I'm not buying this as a fast Harley-Davidson. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Does this bike, what Harley-Davidson did lightning this bike. All right, I have to get back. Feels so much lighter. I don't know what wizard at Harley-Davidson managed to pull off making this bike feel several hundred pounds lighter than what it actually is. But they did. They did. You can't tell. Oh my gosh, they wanted me to use the modes. Harley-Davidson, the sleeping giant of a motorcycle company, has awakened with a terrible resolve to build an outstanding motorcycle. They've listened and they've done it. Hope you enjoy the ride. Wow. Have to get used to this foot position. I'm riding a 2024 Harley-Davidson Road Glide in Blue Burst. I have to get used to using the clutch. Spoiled. So I started off on a mission to buy this motorcycle a year ago, actually probably 10 months ago, to buy a Harley-Davidson. With the CVO that was released and all the new technology on the CVO, I knew that was going to trickle down to the standard Road Glide and Street Glide, and it did everything except the engine. But yet they put the CVO engine of a couple years ago. They put that engine in the Road Glide and Street Glide as a standard engine. Harley-Davidson previously had the 114 engine in this motorcycle, which was 96 horsepower and 115 foot-pounds of torque. And they put in a former revamped 117-inch engine, which was a CVO engine and the ST engine. And they've added 5% more horsepower, bringing the engine up to 105 horsepower and 130 foot-pounds of torque. Great move by Harley-Davidson. And it is not the 121 variable cam. This is a 117 regular cam. It's not variable cam. It feels so much lighter. I know you hear people say that on YouTube. I know people say it on YouTube that it's so much lighter. And you know, Harley's inviting them to ride the bike, and they all comment how much lighter the bike is. I know my leg strength has increased. I can tell you it feels so much lighter. I don't know what wizard at Harley-Davidson managed to pull off making this bike feel several hundred pounds lighter than what it actually is. But they did. They did. This bike is just amazing. It feels so much different. And you guys know, if you've been watching my channel, my brother gave me his 2010 Street Glide. Might be an Ultra back in the day. And he gave that bike to me for 3 months to ride, and that thing was heavy and bothered my knee.
And this bike is light years different from that bike. It's light years different from the 2023 Road Glide. It is just crazy nice. Crazy nice. I gotta see if I can use the cruise control. I never used a cruise on a Harley before. So I think it's on. Let's try setting it. There we go. Gotta turn my Cardo unit off. So people, this bike is for real. This bike is for real. It is, Harley-Davidson did one outstanding job with this bike. I'm gonna have to pull over here and adjust my camera. They did an outstanding job with this bike. And I am so comfortable on it. I'm not used to my rear end being this low on the ground. I'll tell you that much. I'm not used to that. But it is... Let's click up a gear. Take it up to 50. This bike is awesome. Awesome. So my brother wants me to get an ST. I'm not interested in an ST. I was very interested in the CVO, but for the cost of a 2023 CVO, I told myself I could buy 2 motorcycles for that, and I did. And then on this motorcycle, it is just, it's incredible. Just incredible. Guys, I'm rambling. I gotta adjust my mirrors. I adjusted them at the dealership, but not good enough. Okay, so let's downshift a little bit. So not crazy fast. It's not a crate. Now, remember, I have a 170 horsepower Ducati, which I'm keeping. My Husqvarna is over 100 pounds lighter than the Ducati, and that has 105 horsepower. I'm keeping that bike, but that bike is very quick. I'm not buying this for a fast 800-pound motorcycle. I'm buying this as a tourer. And the 117 engine is, I think, is enough power for me, frankly. The mirrors are awesome on this bike. Just awesome. So, I'm not buying this as a fast Harley-Davidson. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Does this bike, what Harley-Davidson did lightning this bike, it was magic. A wizard did it. Then, at last, after decades, they put on a comfortable set of handlebars you don't have to switch out. The seat is very comfortable on the bike. The seat is comfortable. The grips, I'm going to have heated grips if I buy one. The seat, I'm not used to this forward board setup. That's new for me. That's why I bought an adventure bike, because the pegs are underneath me. There's a little bit of a rev limiter on it. Okay, didn't mean to do that. The bike is, it's awesome. Kudos to Harley-Davidson. It's not a 170 horsepower bike. It's not a 170 horsepower bike. It's 105 horsepower, I believe. I'll check that online. It's a cruiser, and it is what it is. Harley hit it out of the park. An American company hit it out of the park, long overdue. Of all the things that are on this motorcycle, this is the first year on a standard road glide and street glide. Harley-Davidson has all LED lights, and they are fantastic LED lights. They are fantastic. They're just amazing. I'm finally using the foot brake. The clutch is heavy, but it is really tight. Very little you have to pull it. Oh, this bike feels so good. I have to get used to shifting. You can't really wind this out. The red line is 5,500 RPM, so I have to get used to that. The grips are extremely comfortable on it. The location of the bars. It's just very comfortable, and it's a cold day. It's low 30s today, and I really didn't intend on riding this bike, and they knew. They knew, Peter, and they knew I'm making a video. They said, Peter, ride the bike. Now, it's not crazy fast. I can't say anything that hasn't already been said. I can't say anything about the bike that hasn't already been said. It's beautiful. Those of you who are thinking about buying a road glide or street glide, I can tell you it's light years ahead of the 2023. The shifter, I don't know what they did to the shifter on this bike, but it is much nicer than the shifter the clutch and transmission they had on the 2023. It is much nicer. Very, very nice.
Everything is new on this motorcycle except possibly the frame. New fairings, new windshield, and Harley finally has all LED lights on the road glide and street glide. Awesome.
The ride, now this road is in good shape. The ride is excellent. I'm going to turn around a little bit and head back to the dealership. I might ask him if I can take it out again. The gears on a Harley, those of you who have never ridden a Harley-Davidson, the gears are, this camera's driving me crazy. The gears are very wide, tall, I should say.
I am used to higher revving motorcycles with quick shifters. My Ducati revs over 10,500 RPMs, has a quick shifter. The clunking you hear is just, I have to learn to lug this motorcycle a little more.
It does have hill hold. I haven't used it yet on this bike. Let's go to Lower Mountain Road. And if you're wondering, I'm just not used to where the shifter leveler is, so my shifts are a little clunky. Definitely, if I get the bike, I need a bigger windshield on the fairing. In third gear, she's doing 50 like it's nothing. Just the engine has so much torque. Look at this view. Hopefully the 360 camera is giving you a nice view of the bike. Probably looking at my sloppy posture. Look at that view. I got to turn around and get back. This is Shawnee Road. Boy, I was on this decades ago. I used to go shooting out here. All right, I have to get back. Yeah, I don't want to do a I do not want to do a three-point turn or a U-turn on a dealer's bike. They were nice enough to let me ride the bike. It's everything they said it was going to be. Harley did a knockout job. It feels very light. It has a very smooth, reliable engine. The seat is comfortable on the short ride. I can tell you for the short ride, the seat is very comfortable. The shifting is excellent. Now, it doesn't have a quick shifter. Harley bikes, I think the only bike that comes with a push, it's an option, is the Pan America. There's my road. There's no stop sign. Beautiful. She's very beautiful. Beautiful motorcycle. I'm not gonna, I should probably show, I'm not gonna do it now. What mode do they have it in?
First, for standard road glide, it has 4 ride modes: sport, road, rain, and custom. Each one of these ride modes are customizable. Great move, Harley, and they are excellent.
Put it in sport. Let's go to sport. Okay, we're in sport mode. Oh, jeez. You can't tell. Oh my gosh, they wanted me to use the modes. Okay, they must have had it in street mode or rain mode or something. I think I have no stoplight here. The sport mode is excellent. And I have no stoplight up here. The sport mode is excellent. So it has, I believe, street, road, rain, and sport. Oh, jeez, get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, you guys are killing me. Killing me. This is just too nice. Chef Peter. Oh, I don't want to bring it back. Guys, whenever I ride a bike from this dealership, and the dealership is American Harley-Davidson in Tonawanda, New York. Very big, very good dealership. I'm working with Joe. Joe is retiring. Giovanni is taking over I'll put a picture up. Giovanni is taking over for Joe when salesman Joe is retired. He's been there, I think, 49 years, he said. And the owners are very nice. And I'm thankful they let me take this amazing motorcycle for a ride. I really am. In fact, Joe wanted me to ride it. He kept saying, "Peter, you're going to ride the bike." And come on, they're holding back on the sport mode. No, they weren't. The owner said, "Pete, you got to try the sport mode. You got to try the sport mode." By the way, no one will help me with color. I asked my brother to give me a hand with color. and he doesn't seem to want to help me with color. He likes the Whiskey Fire. Joe, the salesman with 50 years of experience, isn't really telling me to go with a certain color. The owner of the business says he likes plain colors. Jeez. So I'm stuck on color. I'm stuck on color that I'll put later in the video. Guys, I'm not going into too much technical data. If you've been looking at this motorcycle, you know it. All I can tell you is this bike, my Husqvarna is 500 pounds. My Ducati is over 600 pounds with all the panniers on it and all the accessories. This bike feels lighter. It feels lighter than the Ducati, and it feels as much as a Husqvarna as far as the weight goes. It's I gotta slow down, it's 45 here. It's amazing. They just did a great job, and how they lightened it, I don't know. Now I am getting certain accessories on the bike that are gonna weight the bike up, but it is
big thank you to American Harley-Davidson in North Tonawanda, New York, for letting me ride this motorcycle. Much gratitude to salesman Joe, who's retiring after 49 years with the dealership, who's shown a great amount of patience with me. Thank you.
Oh my God, it's compared to an adventure bike. Feels like I have a foot underneath me when I stand up on this bike. The mirrors don't vibrate. I don't know if you can see the mirrors. The mirrors aren't vibrating. I'm going too fast. I gotta slow down. Set the cruise control. Let's slow down on the bike. Grips, handlebars and grips are so comfortable. Now I believe on the Harley it does blend the front and rear brake off the hand brake, although I am using the foot brake a little right now.
Big deal. There is no analog instruments on this bike. It is all on the touch screen, which is 12 inches and is amazing.
And I'm sure if you're looking at this video, I'll give you some 360 views. I actually look big on this bike. Gotta work on my posture. My wife says my posture is bad.
Harley-Davidson has added 1 inch of suspension travel to the bike, bringing it from 2 inches to 3 inches. In the ADV world of motorcycles, that's not a lot. For a cruiser, this bike, it's huge. New chop bag look. They no longer have the stretch bags on the bike. Again, getting to that performance bagger look on the motorcycle. All rider safety tech is included: hill hold, quartering ABS, drag torque control, TPMS sensors, and traction control. They've done an amazing job on this motorcycle. The giant Harley-Davidson has awakened.
There's a truck behind me. I don't want to slam on the brakes. This is used. They say if you close this, you got a lot of helmet buffeting. I'm going with the 12-inch windshield. My eyes will just be above that. I hope that really cuts down on the wind. I'm actually getting hit in my helmet with a lot of wind. Right smack in the in my shield on my helmet. She's a freaking drink. Excuse me. She's a dream. I'm not. I believe that I'm not going to go into specs. I'll probably dub it in on the video. I'm just overtaken by the bike. You guys know this has been riding a motorcycle 35 years. I put it on hold. This has been life-changing for me over 5 years to get into motorcycles. I finally pulled the trigger last May and said I'm going to buy a bike. Went to go buy a bike, wanted a Harley-Davidson, and I ended up buying a Ducati. I wasn't comfortable with a Harley, and the CVO, I got into that, and they dripped down the technology, see the wind, they dripped down the technology in the CVO into this bike, like the screen, which is absolutely beautiful. I hope that comes out in the video. Quality, now these aren't backlit, that's a problem I have. These aren't backlit controls, they only come on the CVO. And I think the CVO ST.
I don't like to be stereotyped. I don't like to stereotype others. I don't stereotype motorcycles. I don't judge people for what motorcycles they ride. I love riding all motorcycles. Buying a Harley-Davidson is more to me than just buying a motorcycle. I'm fulfilling a dream. My dream was to get back on a motorcycle, and my goal was to own a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. And that was important to me. It was something I wanted to do and check that box in my life. Some of you are probably going to judge me because I'm just enamored with the improvements on this motorcycle. If you rode the previous version of the Road Glide, which is an excellent motorcycle, and got on this, the new 2024 model, believe me, you would be aware of the multiple changes they have made on this motorcycle from top to bottom. I give Harley-Davidson a lot of credit. They've taken a lot of criticism over the years, over decades, on how their company is run, the motorcycles that they've been building, and in my mind, that's been erased with this motorcycle. They've listened to the critics, they've listened to the masses, they've really watched their competitors and have seen what they're doing, and they have made vast improvements to the motorcycles, and this is good for the consumer. It's great for Harley-Davidson, and it's great for the motorcycle industry. Thank you, Harley-Davidson.
Brakes are excellent. The brakes are excellent. I'm leaving it in performance sport mode. I should probably get out of that. Let's go to okay, I'll go back to street mode. The brakes are excellent. Vibration at stop. It vibrates, the engine rumbles at stop. But then when you start moving, it stops. I should have listened to the stereo on the bike. It feels so light, people. It feels so light. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Oh, the clutch is so nice. It's heavy, but it's nice. Suspension, not an adventure bike suspension going over those railroad tracks, but for Harley-Davidson, it's a huge improvement. Getting used to the cruise control. Oh my gosh, this bike. It feels as light. I'm just moving my weight on my butt. It almost feels as light as the BMW Boxer engine bikes. It almost feels like the center of gravity is that low, like the BMW Boxer engine bikes. That's what it feels like. That's the best way I can describe it. It feels so low. The seat is... guys, last year I watched videos. They bought CVOs and they said the seats were so uncomfortable they had to change them. I gotta get used to the clutch. I'm creeping forward a little bit. The clutch has a heavy pull on it. The seat is very comfortable. Very comfortable. Just want to show you, and I'm not sure I know how to do it. Joe, the salesman Joe, says I know this bike, and it does have Apple CarPlay. We know that. I want to show you the different screen options. That's a cruiser layout that's on the screen now. That's sport. Let's choose sport. Wow, that's rich. Tour. So on Tour, your speed, your gear, your fuel gauge is here, and then this would be your Apple CarPlay, or it would be your Harley navigation system. Nice. All right, let's switch back. Let's get out of Tour. Let's go to Sport. Sport, of course, you have your tack layout, and then I think other gauges would be on either side, I think. Cruise. Let's go back to Cruise. All right, I'm going to shut her off, guys. I bored you enough, and we'll go from there. Just beautiful. I think we need to see what the lights look like on the bike. Okay, let's see what the lights look like. We'll put the hazards on. Bike looks so teeny. Then they look great from the back. Just beautiful. Let's turn the high beams on. By the way, just these on the Road Glide, this is a storage compartment. Key fobs in there someplace. Both sides have that. Again, beautiful heavy-duty gauges. They are not, or controls, they are not backlit. This is all the music on this side and the ride mode. The signals are one, turn signals are one on each side, right to go right, left to left. To wake the engine up, turn it on, and then to start it and then shut it off. Hazards are on this side. And then on this side are the infotainment screen and display are on this side. For that, horn, turn signals, cruise control is up here. Traction control to turn that on and off. I don't know if that's a symbol for ABS brakes or not. I'll have to research that. Basic controls on it. Okay, Marauders, I'm going to look at some other colors. She's a work of art, in my opinion.
Marauders, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to watch my video. Please consider liking the video, sharing it with a friend, and please subscribe to my channel. And I always welcome your comments. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your support. I hope to see you on the trail or maybe on the street riding a motorcycle. Again, big thank you to American Harley-Davidson in North Tonawanda, owner Joe and salesman Joe, who's retiring. Thank you for allowing me to ride this motorcycle and your patience in answering my many, many questions. Marauders, please ride safely. I hope you enjoy whatever you're doing, and let's respect each other and respect each other's opinion. Thank you, and God bless.